Hello and welcome to another video for Minus Touch Toys, Games and Collectibles. And today we're looking at something that's not particularly that old, but it is absolutely fantastic, awesome, and probably one of the best Space 1999 items that I've ever seen. We are looking at today the 2021 release by 1612 from their Space 1999 Deluxe Eagle Transporter Collection series of models. And this particular one we're looking at today is from the Alpha Moonbase collection, and it features the Alpha Moonbase, the electronic Alpha launch pad with lights and sounds. Now it's all based on the television series Space 1999, which, as you all know, was a British science fiction television program that ran for 2 series. It ran from 1975 to 1977. In the very first episode, it was set in 1999, hence the name Space 1999. And in that year, nuclear waste was being removed from the Earth and stored on the moon's dark side. Now, in that first episode, there was a huge explosion of that nuclear waste, which knocked the moon out of orbit and sending it and all of its inhabitants hurtling uncontrollably through space. And then the whole of the 2 series was spent with the two series where they're trying to find a new home to settle down on, as the moon keeps moving and will not stop since that explosion. It's almost like a propulsion effect, and the moon is traveling completely through every single galaxy. They are hoping to find an Earth-style planet that is uninhabited, so that they can exit Moonbase and start a new life on a new planet. Quite a lot of stars were in the 2 series. So you have Martin Landau and Barbara Bain, the husband and wife team, also very, very well known for the Mission Impossible television series. Barry Morse, who was Professor Victor Bergman in the series 1, and Prentice Hancock, who was the second in command of Moonbase Alpha in season 1, isn't it? He played Paul Morrow. You had Nick Tate, who played Captain Alan Carter. He was in both seasons, and he was the chief pilot of the Eagles. And also Zena Merton, who played Sandra Baines. She was also in both series. Season 2 saw Catherine Schell join the cast as the metamorpher Maya, and you had Tony Ann Holt that also joined the cast as Tony Vadeshi, who was the second in command of Moonbase Alpha in season 2. So there was a total of 48 episodes produced, and at the time, the television series was the most expensive television series ever produced. The combined budget for the 2 seasons was £6.8 million, and there had never been a budget of that extreme in British television up until that point. First series was co-produced by ITC Entertainment and Italian broadcaster RAI, and the second season was produced solely by ITC. Sadly, this series marked the final series produced by the partnership of Gerry and Sylvia Anderson, as they parted ways at the end of season 2. Anyway, this particular item, I don't want to digress any further, this particular item is just absolutely awesome. And this is the box it comes in. It says electronic Alpha launch pad with lights and sound. So the original sound effects, original dialogue, electronic docking tube, illuminating landing lights, Eagle 1 transporter, and an Alpha Moonbuggy. So you can see behind the window, there's the Alpha Moonbuggy at the bottom there, and there's the Eagle 1 transporter. It's a Space 1999 Deluxe Eagle Transporter Collection. Bottom right hand corner you've got ITV Studios logo, and in the middle of the box you've got ages 14 and above. Okay, that's the front of the box. I'm just going to spin it around. Let's have a look at what we got on the back. Okay, so I'll turn the box around to the back, and this is what we got. So it says, again, electronic Alpha launch pad with lights and sound, Space 1999 Deluxe Eagle Transporter Collection. And there's 6 images there that have been taken from the television series, all of the Moonbase Alpha launch pad, together with the Eagle 1 transporter. And it says, Moonbase Alpha launch pad. At strategic points about Moonbase Alpha complex are the 5 launch pads that form the main arrival and departure platforms for the base. While a variety of Earth and alien spacecraft can be accommodated by these platforms, their primary use is for the deployment of Alpha's signature spacecraft, the Eagle transporter. Housed in huge engineering and storage hangars beneath the moon's surface, Alpha's fleet of Eagles can be raised on hydraulic platforms to the launch pads as required and be spaceborne in minutes. Featuring original dialogue and sound effects from the TV show, electronic docking tube, landing lights, highly detailed Eagle 1 transporter with detachable pod and aluminum engine bells, and Alpha Moonbuggy, and dedicated to the inspiration memory of Gerry Anderson, Sylvia Anderson, and Margot Walker. And it says 1612 Collectibles Limited, Glastonbury, Somerset, and BA68HU England, not suitable for children below 36 months due to small parts and detailed sharp points. Please retain for information. Colour of contents may vary. Made in China. Item number ALP1 Alpha 1. Warning, this is an adult collectible, not suitable for children under 14 years of age. 1612 Collectibles Limited. For more exciting collectibles, visit 1612.com. And you've got the ITV Studios logo. It says Space 1999 ITC Entertainment Group Limited, 75 to 2021, licensed by ITC Ventures Limited, all rights reserved. Okay, now let's just drop the box down to the side there, or the bottom, or the top rather. And it says Alpha Moonbase Electronic Alpha Launch Pad with lights and sounds, Eagle Transporter with aluminum engine bells, and you've got 1612 collectible logos on the right hand corner. If I just turn the box to the end, again, let's just zoom out a little bit, and it says Space 1999 Deluxe Eagle Transporter Collection, and you got 14 above ITV Studios, and it's the same on the bottom and on the other side. So I think without further ado, I think I'm going to open the box. I'm going to take the contents out and let's have a look at it outside of the box. Okay, so I've removed the contents from the box, and this is what we've got. So you can see we've got the Moonbase launch pad there. We've got the docking bay there as well, and whatever the rest of that is, I suppose that links up to the Moonbase, I would imagine. Actually, I'm not quite sure what that is actually. Oh, that might be the I don't know. I'm not quite sure what it's supposed to be. Maybe it's just power lines or what have you. And then of course we've got the little Moonbuggy there, which is in size with the model. The Eagle Transporter, I'm presuming that's got detachable. Yes, it has. It has got detachable pod. There's a couple of links there. If we just pull those back, the pod comes off, just like the loose ones, but obviously this is the Eagle 1 transporter. And then of course you've got the docking bay here, which does require batteries. It does light up with lights and sounds. Now I'm just going to move all these out of the way because I want to show you something underneath, which is you get this set of screws and screwdriver that comes with it, and that's basically to screw in the this base here. It connects in 2 places, so you screw onto the bottom here and screw into here to keep it into position. So however, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to screw it into position. I'm just going to put it in, hold it in position there. Now I don't know if you noticed, but we've got a section there that requires batteries. You can see the screw points here, 1, 2, 3, 4, but a section there that requires batteries. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some batteries in there and let's see it actually working. Okay, so I have put some batteries into the launch pad, into the this part here, and I've connected it up. I haven't screwed it in, I've only actually placed it into position, but I just wanted to show you what it happened. So there's an on-off button on the back there. I've just switched it on, and if I press the light button, you can see the landing pad all lights up, so those lights come on. If we press the docking bay, now you can see the docking bay is extending towards the Eagle. Now I don't know if that's going to reach it or not, or whether we've got to move the Eagle in further, but oh, spot on, almost spot on. So yeah, so that's where it needs to be. So I didn't quite have the Eagle in the right position, but there we are. So that's the docking bay, and then we got some sound effects. That sounds like an Eagle taking off.
Anti-gravity shields 50% power.
That's John Koenig's voice.
Come in, main mission, counter calling. Survey Eagle heading for Alpha.
Yeah, that's John Koenig again.
Emergency Operation Exodus. Indefinite factors. 1. Moon on unknown trajectory. 2. Constantly changing Moon's movement away from Earth. 3. Insufficient data to compute flight plan. All factors in memory bank relating to Operation Exodus inapplicable. Insufficient data available under prevailing circumstances. Human decision required.
Interesting. Again, that's from the TV series.
Computer, command order. Cancel safety restrictions on launch pad 4. Give me access.
That's John Koenig. I noticed the lights have gone off on the...
Dr. Russell, get the medical team over to launch pad 7.
It looks like the lights go on and off. And there is...
Eagle 2 and Eagle 7 return to base.
Okay, so when you press the sound...
Launch pad 1. Pressure to stand by.
When you press the sound, the lights come back on. I can turn the lights back on, I think, by the buttons, but...
Eagle 2, Dr. Eagle 1, Commander. All right, take it away. Give it everything we've got.
So there's quite a lot of dialogue.
Eagle 2, jettison your passenger module to pick us up at launch pad 1. Eagles 3 and 4, immediate liftoff. Eagle leader to Alpha. Alien spaceship's dead ahead. Alan, fire at will. Now you're talking.
And here we got the Eagles firing.
Eagle 1. Commander. Intercept that spacecraft. Lift off.
Oh, this is absolutely awesome.
Lift off.
And
Ignition. Lift off. Oh, I want an Eagle on the pad for an immediate liftoff. We've got to see what's going on out there. Activate defense screens. Alan, put all Eagles on launch pads. Red alert. Zero anti-gravity shields, 50% power.
so you can see there's an awful lot of dialogue there from the show. I think the light, so you can turn the lights on and off at will with that button. The docking bay, let's undock now. Okay, so that is, the Eagle's just got a little bit attached to it. So I've just removed it so we can see it go all the way back. And that's gone all the way back to its original position. And if we press it again, you get the sound effects of the docking going out. And it should all go back to the Eagle again, to where it was before. Yeah. So there we are. So it's not quite just have to adjust it a little bit for it to dock properly, and then decline again. Yeah, so it's just getting a little bit stuck there when it's putting off, so it's probably because I'm not on a flat surface. If it was on a flat surface, I'm sure it would be all right. And then you've got the, obviously,
Come in, main mission, counter calling.
the sound effects.
Survey Eagle heading for Alpha.
And you do have the background board, which is a kind of like a blueprint of Moonbase Alpha. I mean, it just looks absolutely awesome. So, I mean, this set is absolutely fantastic. Let's just have a so get some measurements here. So the diameter of the launch pad is 30 centimeters. So it's 12 inches. The length of the control box is 20 centimeters. The Eagle lengthwise is 12.5 centimeters. Height wise, we're looking at about 3 centimeters, and width wise, we're looking at about 5 centimeters. So that gives you an idea of the size of the model. The Eagle, as I said, showed you before, there's a couple of links on the bottom there, which you pull them back and they pop out. If you can see at the bottom there, when I press that in, you can actually see the connector moving in and out, and then you got the same on both sides. So that's how the pod pops in. I mean, let's just have a zoom in on that Eagle, because that Eagle is phenomenal. Now, I mean, just look at that. I mean, if you didn't know any better, you would swear that was a studio scale model. I mean, it just looks absolutely awesome on the launch pad, together with the control box there as well. I mean, it just looks absolutely incredible. And even when you come back and look at that there with the little Moonbuggy there, which is in size, it just looks absolutely amazing. I mean, I think these sets are absolutely superb. 1612 done an absolute marvelous job on creating these. They are absolutely brilliant. I think they're some of the best Space 1990. Well, in fact, they are the best Space 1999 merchandise ever produced, in my opinion. Again, as I say, absolutely terrific. I can't get over how good these are. And it is such a shame that, in my opinion, that 1612 are no longer producing large quantity models. They're now only doing full studio scale models, and the Eagles are like 3 foot long, so they're just way too big for any of my displays. So unfortunately, although I probably will buy one at some point in the future, but for my displays, it's just unfortunate, it's just way too big. So it's not something that I can carry on collecting. But these models were just fantastic. So how well did they do in 2021, I hear you ask? Well, yeah, they've done very well. Although I don't think they sold as quickly as 1612 was hoping for. These were all on a pre-order when they first come out, and I remember when I pre-ordered mine, it was about 18 months before we actually got the item. But it was well worth the wait, because when they came, it was like this, absolutely fantastic. I didn't even open mine. I just kept it sealed in a box, and it's in my display with the smaller Eagles all around it. At some point or other, when I get a nice display cabinet for it, I will open it up and I will put it out there with the Eagles on the platform. Yeah, back to the point, I don't think they sold as quickly as 1612 would have liked them to. I think they produced more of these than they did of the normal 12-inch Eagles. I think the normal 12 inches were very limited editions, between 1,000 and 2,000 pieces. I don't know the exact numbers of these, but they were fairly low, but I think they were more than what the Eagles were. When they first obviously arrived, there was a big surge and a lot of people wanted these, but then I think that the hype died down a little bit, and 1612s were left with quite a large amount of stock, which they did ship out to shops, and a lot of shops had them on stock for a while, and eventually they did all sell out. So just a little bit longer than what I think 1612 had hoped, but again, the job was done. They sold out. Everything was done as expected. Now let's move forward. We're only moving forward about 4 or 5 years to 2025, which is where we are today. Do these come up for sale very often on the platforms? Well, yeah, you do see them pop up on the platforms. Not many of them, but you do. So obviously some people bought them just to resell on the platforms, try and make some quick money. Fine, you know, people do things like that. There was some of the individual smaller eagles, because there was 5 eagles in all that came with this series. So you had the eagle one that come with this. You had the laboratory eagle, the rescue eagle, the VIP eagle, and the eagle freighter. Those were the other 4 that come in this particular series, and you do quite often see those pop up as well from time to time, some more than others depending on, I suppose, who bought them at the end of the day. So they do pop up from time to time on the platforms. If you look hard enough, you will find them. Various different prices though. Prices, I've seen them as much as twice the price as what 1612 was selling them for originally, and I've seen them out there exactly for the price that 1612 was selling them for originally. So just be a bit careful. Have a look around if you are going to buy them on a platform, because the prices do fluctuate an awful lot on the platforms. Now these particular models we have, again, this was all from a shop buyout. There was stock left on the shop floor when the shop closed, and we were fortunate enough to go in and buy out all their stock. So there was, I think, 4 or 5 of these Alpha sets, and there was probably about 20 or 30 of the individual Eagle models that were also available. And all of those items, as of today, are now available to purchase on the Moonbase website, which you can get to very simply by clicking the link below. It will take you straight to the website, where you'll be able to find this and many other vintage Gerry Anderson items, and many other vintage toys, games and collectibles come to that. There's over 10,000 products currently available on the website for you to view and purchase at your leisure. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, because we're uploading videos for every new item that goes into the website. There will be something for everybody, and I'm absolutely positive this is something that you're not going to want to miss, because we literally have thousands and thousands of new items which we're shooting videos for and uploading on a daily basis. So if there's something in particular you are looking for, something old that you've never been able to find, something quirky you might want to buy for a friend, or perhaps just something from your childhood that you'd like to own again to help you recuperate those long lost childhood memories, well, stay tuned, keep watching, because you never know the next items we upload could be those items you've been looking for. Okay, that is it for me on this particular item. I do hope you've enjoyed reviewing this wonderful 1612 Space 1999 Moonbase Alpha Launchpad playset. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. So bye for now.